Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Real Ones, and this video is a video that is very experimental for me, but is one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now, before we get into the root of this video, I just want to make one thing clear. This video is not a conspiracy video. This is not intended to be taken in as a conspiracy video. All opinions are my own. And now let's get into the heart of the video, which is an age-old question so hard to answer, which some even deem impossible to answer. Has technology gone too far? This is a question many YouTubers have tried to answer before, but many of them have not gone as far as I am willing to go in this YouTube video. The first thing I will get into, guys, is the fact that the ancients were not as dumb as we thought they are. Yes, these are very blunt words, but they are words that must be spoken. We are in a day and age now where I can speak to you right now via the internet and you can be halfway across the world. I can be in Canada and you can be in Australia, yet you can hear the words that I am speaking. This was all something that was impossible before. There is no way for our ancient ancestors to have spoken to each other over broad distances of land. The farthest distance that they would have been able to speak from was maybe from the top of a mountain down onto the street. But many deem us to be more sophisticated than the ancients, which is why before I get into the root of the video, has technology gone too far, I want to start with where did technology come from? Our ancestors built things such as pyramids. They built pillars and structures and buildings. And many deem these people to be insufficient to us. But I have a question for you guys. If our ancestors built a whole pyramid and we are still mesmerized by it to this day, would that not mean they are more sophisticated builders than us? If our ancestors have built roads that have lasted to this day, yet our roads get potholes and manholes, would this not mean they were a little bit more sophisticated in that? These are all answers I intend to answer rather quickly. But this video is one that is crammed into 10 minutes for a topic that could possibly take hours depending on who is speaking it. Technology in many ways has improved our lives, with modern medicines, with planes, with cars. If you would have told the ancient people that you would be able to fly across the sky and make it halfway across the world, that you would be able to drive a car the power of 50,000 horses, all these things would have made you seem mad in their eyes. Yet all these things have become a possibility in our lives. We no longer have to cook in a fire, rather we have an oven that does it for us. But I have a question for you all. Where did Albert Einstein truly get his knowledge from? Where did Tesla get his knowledge to make electricity and wireless electricity even? How did all of this come to be? Surely their knowledge didn't just come out of thin air. So I have a question for all of you, and it is, how did this technology really come to be? How did they learn all this knowledge? How did we as a society grow so advanced that we can watch things on our screens that many would have deemed impossible before? How did this all truly come to be is a question I have for you all. Because truly, this was all stuff that would have been impossible before. So why is it that our generation has made it possible? I intend to answer all of this, guys. But most of these questions are very hard to answer. Many find the answer to how our knowledge has increased in books. And yes, these books do speak truth in most cases. But I truly am still mesmerized about the fact that we can talk to each other right now across the world. But I still, to this day, do not know how it all came to be, guys. I do not know how technology came to be. And many of us probably do not either. We can now plug our phones into a wall. Yet how does that work? How does it get charged? All these things, guys, are just such an amazing thing that I feel like many of us take for granted in our generation. The ancients, again, would never have been able to do any of the things we've came to do in this day and age. We are now in a day and age where we have made virtual reality so realistic that it tricks our minds into thinking we are in a different place. Our technology has become so advanced and so above what we can understand. We are now in a day and age where instead of lighting a fire in our house, we can flip a switch and a light bulb will shine light. How did this come to be though, guys? How did they truly make electronics? How did electricity be found out? How did man discover how to make a light? These are all such interesting questions, and this has all been covering the good side of technology. But now let's get into the real heart of this video. Has technology gone too far? Now, while I've highlighted many of the good things for the first portion of this video, in this last portion I will partially get into some controversies that some might deem as offensive. If you deem any opinions that I say in this video as offensive, please click off now. Our technologies have gotten vast and far. We can now text each other on a piece of glass, and by touching glass I can communicate to people across the world. And how it's brought so many good things, it's also brought many downfalls. Many might say that technology nowadays distracts us in a way that wouldn't have been present before. And while this is true, we are much easily distracted in this day and age, just as you all are probably distracted by the laser on your screen right now, losing focus of what I was saying and focusing more on that laser. Technology has an amazing way of mesmerizing us and capturing us into it. In many ways, we don't understand truly why it is we love staring at these pixels so much, but it's something we do like crazy. Entertainment before used to be something you would see live, and while we still have live entertainment to this day, it seems most people when they go to hang out with people intend to go on their phone or text other people and are just so entrapped into the social bubble, social circle. We're in a day and age now where people can talk to you across the world, but they can be name calling you, they can be saying all sorts of things against you, and you truly don't get the same satisfaction as if you could speak to them face to face. All these things are some of the negative impacts of technology, but with that also comes positive sides as well. But I have a question for you guys, and now we are getting deeper. Elon Musk has made a self-driving car. But these self-driving cars are not as safe as you might think, as they have caused many roadside incidents, and while they have many safety features into them, it just brings the question into mind, should man really be meddling with cars even more than we already have? We should be in control of the car, not them. But things have gotten even deeper, guys. They want to put human brains into pigs and grow human organs into pigs. Again, all sources will be linked in the description. And this is where I have a question for you guys. Is this not playing the creator? Is this not getting a little bit too deep? All these things, guys, I have to agree with. Why does Elon Musk, a billionaire, philanthropist, he has made such amazing inventions, but he now wants to implant chips into our brains. He now wants to do neurolinking technology. They now want to implant RFID chips for our bank accounts into our hands. Now, again, none of this is intended to come off as conspiracy, as all articles will be cited in the description, and many people already know of the Elon Musk AI Neuralink technology. But I have a question for you guys. Should man be meddling with human bodies, or is that when we're taking it a step too far? Should all those experiments really be experimented on, or should we leave that as be? Me personally, I think Elon Musk should stick to making cars, because when it comes to the human mind, and it comes to messing with human beings, we're getting much deeper into technology than we really should. So when people say, has technology gone too far, we're not mainly talking about computers, we're not talking about TVs, we're not talking about all these little things. We are talking about literally implanting ourselves and mixing ourselves with the same technology that we have made. We made AI, but I feel that AI should stay on the outside and not be mingled on the inside with man. I would like my phone's motherboard and my phone's mind to be my phone's mind and not entered into my mind. This is why me personally, I would never implant myself with any of these chips. In my opinion, I feel technology has gone too far only as much as we've allowed it to. And I think there has to be a limit set where we say maybe we're going just a little bit too far and we should use technology more for good and less for control. This has been Real Ones. Please subscribe. Take care.